Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of the Bookia Live Chat Show. As usual, I'm your host. My name is Alberta. I hope everyone enjoys today's show. I just want to put in as well for everyone, if you have any comments, questions, perhaps you've worked or done anything in, I don't know, gone to the particular restaurant that we're going to be interviewing today, please do put in comments so we can have your feedback, even any particular questions that you may have. We invited today two people from the Galley restaurant in Ta Xbiex, a beautiful restaurant in a very unique location. I see it as a bit of a hidden gem in that particular area because you don't really see it from the outside, but once you walk in, you find this amazing venue, good food, good drinks, everything. We invited Owen Meilak, who's the general manager there, as well as the chef, Mark Mallia. If you guys even know them, I'd love to see you guys come in, say a quick hello and everything. In the meantime, I am going to invite them into the show for us so we can give them a big hello. Hi, guys.
Hi, Alberta. Hi,
Hello, good
everyone.
afternoon.
Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
Okay, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh,
Super.
pretty well. Pretty well, thank you, Alberta. I mean, it's a rainy day. It's a quite comfortable place today, a cozy place today for a nice lunch.
Of course,
I
of
must,
course.
I must say.
Of course. You guys have quite a lot of unique points in that restaurant because I don't know, but can you still eat out even if it's slightly raining? Because you have the covered roof on the outside part.
Uh, let's say it's not totally covered.
But there
I
are
mean,
certain
there
areas.
are certain areas, yes, that one can have a lunch today or maybe dine in the evening. But yes, I mean, you still can enjoy, yes.
Of
Why
course.
not?
And you guys have a beautiful inside space. It's all with glass, so you're still enjoying the view.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, from inside, here you can also inside you can view the Valletta harbor and all the creek around that.
Exactly. Exactly. Guys, before we go into the set of questions that I have for you today, perhaps you could introduce yourselves for our audience. I don't know if you want to start, Mark, and then we'll have Owen as well.
Okay. So, what's the question?
No, just a bit of an introduction, who you are and a bit of your experience, your
So,
background.
Right.
about me, as there's written, my name is Mark Mallia. Currently, I'm the head chef of the Galley. I've been working in this industry since I was 15. I started as a waiter, moved my way up to kitchen helper. Then I went to ITS to get more qualifications. After ITS, in between, I was doing outside catering, restaurants, and all
Okay.
this. I went abroad for my internship to graduate in England. I did almost 1 year. Then when I came back, I was actually with the same company 5 years ago. I came back as chef de partie. I moved on to other hotels after that also. And recently, the owner, Matthew De Giorgio, contacted me to come back as a head chef to
Tayyip.
this kitchen.
You grew with the galley coming and going and always
Yes.
increasing your experience. Super. Thank you for that, Mark. And you, Owen?
Well, I mean, I started the catering industry uh, roughly 5 years ago.
All right.
Yes, I changed lines of profession, uh, and I did that because I always had sort of would loved to be in the catering industry,
Where
but
you're always meeting different people, serving,
yes,
people are with
I
a
enjoy.
smile.
Exactly. I enjoy engaging other people, having their views, listening to their sort of opinion in the sector, and at the end of everything, I mean, giving a good service to our clients. And that is most that it gives you the pleasure at the end of the day as a result. Yes, I've started these this 5 years in managing cafeterias,
Okay.
gaining experience. It's more in the managing sector. Then Mr. Matthew De Giorgio, the owner, gave me the opportunity after 3 years working with his team to sort of give the
Take
best,
over.
give the best, as we say, shot to this, as you described it very well, this gem here.
I'm glad you
Yes,
like
all
my
right.
description of the place.
Yes, you hit the right spot. But yes, again, I'm quite new in the industry section, but in the managerial sector,
Yeah.
I mean, I have quite experience now.
Good, good, good.
Hope- hope-
So your
hope-
experience with catering has always been specifically at the Galley, where you've always continued learning different things and growing with the team and improving on this particular.
I did not start it with the Galley, to be honest. I started with other places,
Okay.
in experience. But yes, as a restaurant, this is my first experience at the Galley.
Super, super. I want to go into straight away with the next question I had for you guys, where I wanted our audience to understand a bit the concept that you aim to accomplish at the Galley as a restaurant.
Uh, as a concept. Yes, I mean, we have, I mean, first of all, our targets is to have and see our clientele having an experience while dining at our restaurant. That's the most important thing. I mean, experience from different dishes here at the Galley. I mean, it's the area where Mark comes in. But yes, I mean, primarily our target is that each and every client that comes at the Galley
That's
eventually will come again, and
Fine.
that it's a good result for all the team, not for both of us, apart from both of us, but having a client coming back because he had an experience. Maybe it was his first experience, second, third, whatever the occasion was, is to have our clientele back.
Of course, of course. I think consistency as well is key when you're having your people coming in. So even having you as a chef there for a number of years and you're always keeping the same consistency and improving, it benefits a lot in the concept, you know. You have a lot of key points that I would say as a restaurant with the view, the food. And in fact, I did want to know, I mean, as a restaurant, do you feel that people mainly come because of the location, because of the view?
I would say that the people come hopefully inside you one day come for the food, but
Of course.
the people come for all together. So they
Exact.
come for the view, they come for the service, they come for the food. It's hopefully the view isn't just enough. So you want to make the service and the all the dining experience as pleasureful and as meaningful as possible. So they go on a good vibe, and you come and they come again, and hopefully they come as a recurring customer.
Exact. طيب, طيب. I think you've answered two questions in one for me straight away.
The concept to add on Owens is to, so if it's family, if you're coming with the family, it's a nice place. If you're coming with friends, it's a nice place. So we have food to accommodate everyone, from meat lovers, fish. Obviously here it's next to the sea, so on a weekly basis we have fresh fish. On a daily basis also we have special meats of the week and everything. The aim is that you come with your family, you can enjoy it, go home with a nice experience, and hopefully come back. The same with you coming with friends. And about the food, it's more aimed at Mediterranean food. We try to get Mediterranean concept, sort of. It's traditional, not traditional. It's like the concept that the restaurants are taking the way right now in Malta, sort of. You try to continue with the trend. The,
Tajjeb. Tayyip, tayyip,
okay.
tayyip. Thank you for that. So I would say, like even with your regulars, when you're speaking to them, they're becoming your regulars because of the food. Of course, paired together with the view, a nice bottle of wine, maybe one or two cocktails. And I
And
do
the
have this,
service.
and the service. Very good, very good. I mean, how do you guys manage to focus on offering the quality service and even the quality food? I don't know if you could give us a bit of tips or a bit of like the back end of how you guys go in operating to always execute that high quality service you try to offer on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, we have recipes to follow. So if you come on one day and there's a one team of kitchen brigade working,
Yeah.
and you come another day and there's a different team working, in the end, you should get the same end result. So if you came and took one plate of pasta, for example, the next day you will come and have the same thing. We have
Yeah.
obviously every hand is a bit different. There's going to be a bit of variety, but the aim is to make it as close as possible. About service, we talk about front of house and back of house. I try to keep as much as communication as possible.
Tayyip.
When we have specials and everything on the menu, we brief them so they are well knowledgeable about the item that we're selling.
Of course, because if you have X amount of fish prepared, I'm sure you want the team to be able to actually sell it like,
Yes.
Isma, guys, you have this amazing piece of
And
fish.
And obviously, as you're saying, if we have a fish, obviously we don't have an unlimited amount of
Exactly.
fish. We get a certain amount numbers of different kinds of fish, depending on the supplier, what he has fresh. And we do a supply list, sort of a special list.
Yeah.
And the waiters, front of house, they talk between them and kitchen to see what we have and what is left. So
Tayyip,
obviously we
okay.
try not to leave any clients disappointed.
Yep, okay. And even when you have like these different unique specials that are coming out, do you explain to the team like the different ingredients? Do you show them? Do you make them taste them?
Yes.
What's your process?
When obviously when we have time, we try to do everything proper. We try to do a tasting, a plating, so we see what we can improve before we give it to the client. And obviously, yes, the waiters is an important part that they know the menu. So if the client has the smallest issue on the menu, the waiters can just answer.
Reply
Yes,
immediately.
they don't go and say like deers in headlights. Ah, let me go ask the chef. It doesn't look professional that way.
Yes, exactly. And I think this is something sometimes that restaurants seem to miss. Like, yes, we can execute 100% and make sure we have a high level service. We make sure everything. But then the small areas where you're asking about the menu and every single thing, then unfortunately the waiter would have to check because they haven't been prepped sufficiently on the dishes, or perhaps they're still starting out. Then there you'd understand as well, you know?
Even the tasting. It's important. In fact, when new recipes are done in our kitchen, the tasting before we serve the client is important. So the person who's serving food can explain better the taste
Yes.
of the food
Yes.
to the client.
Even perhaps for recommending, let's say you have a regular coming and he always comes for this particular piece of meat, and this particular piece of meat is, I don't know, out of stock for this particular day. Like that, you're able to actually recommend on similarities that you're able to understand as a person, right?
Yes,
Not
yes,
just
yes, yes.
sort of
You're
take
right.
it offhand.
You're right. You're right. It's just not saying. It's not just saying. Listen, we don't have that plate, that dish for the day, so we remain sort of without any
The
option. But we try, and we do our best as a team to obviously accommodate the client.
everyone. It's the question that you said the client comes for a regular thing. For example, my aim in the kitchen is Obviously, I do orders not just once a week. I do orders about 3 4 times a week.
Tajjeb.
The aim is that we never have anything on the menu out of stock. Now, specials is a different story because specials are specials. But the aim is that whatever we have on the menu, we try never to have it out of stock. If that thing happens, our staff is trained enough that if you requested something, they can offer you something similar or something even better.
Yeah.
I mean,
Perfect.
clients come here mainly because of the location and many other factors. But fish is one of the top.
Yes,
That
the
are
most popular.
the most popular. So as Mark said, I'm just adding with Mark's comment. Fish we do three.
About
We order
three times a week.
3 times a week.
So we keep it as fresh as possible.
So-
Now
Right.
about fish, especially on the specials, we don't say today it's this type of cooking or anything. Every kind of fish that we get, it's on the client to choose how he wants it cooked. So we give him the liberation
the
and the
option.
option to take it as his liking. It's not just like the menu, it's this way and sort of, it's a bit harder to change.
Yeah.
So I made it easier even on the kitchen brigade, so there's no issues with the kitchen, that the specials are open to change. So if you want it al sale, we can make it al sale. If you want it al cartoccio or grill or filleted,
You're
upon
making
your
me
request.
hungry. It's lunchtime, guys. I don't know about anyone watching the show, but I am starving. And I want a nice, sexy food, main, starter, main.
Platter, a nice platter. By the
Yeah.
way, one uh, one sort of new idea that previously we didn't have here at the Galley are the platter menu.
Okay.
Practically, it's a straightforward menu. We have three different
Types of
types
platters.
of platters.
Tajjeb.
We have the Asian platter, the Italian platter, and the
Asian, Italian,
Italian.
and seafood.
the seafood platter. Yes, that to be honest, it's becoming. It started popular, but it's becoming more popular day by day.
Even now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, with Corona, people
People that
want something to have a drink
Yes.
and to nibble on. So we have a nice choice of Italian platter, as Owen explained. You have nice cuts and cheeses, so it's quite full. The Asian platter also, it's quite there's quite a variety of things in it. And the fish platter, it's one of the for now top selling, and people are loving it for not just the quality and the quantity, but even everyone likes it. A good
Michelle.
bargain for the price.
Exactly.
the idea kicked in due to the fact that, as Mark said in the beginning of his answer, that because many bars and let's say snack bars and whatever, I mean,
They're not able to operate at the moment.
they were
by
not,
December.
exactly. They were not able to operate. We came out with this idea of selling because it was never on our menu.
Yeah.
The platters for those people who would like to share this type
Just
of
have a relaxed evening rather than coming out for a full meal.
For a full meal, yes, exactly. I mean, one can choose.
Uh-huh. And let's face it, people like to go out and drink. I mean, it's no hidden secret in Malta. We like to have our glass of wine or our few cocktails. So having all of a sudden disclose, in a way, I agree with you guys going for the platter option, because this way people aren't locking themselves in houses and then sort of, it's house parties and everything and chaos happening. They're still able to go out to restaurants, have exactly what they want to be done, which is have a few drinks and have maybe one or two platters around to still. And at the same time, I think get used to the change and start adapting to what we need to basically be doing, and in a controlled and safe environment.
For time being, yes, exactly. I mean, adding to the platters, I would also say we have a nice wine list that one can choose
to accommodate the platform.
from.
So obviously, if you're gonna take some salamis and stuff, we have some nice red wines. If you're going for fish, I would recommend some nice light wines like white for a bit of sweetness also at the end. Where our front of house are well knowledgeable about the wines.
Okay, so they can
anything that you order, if it's either meat, fish, or etc.
We can accommodate.
The waiters can accommodate you with a nice pairing of a wine.
Yep, and even pair and basically recommend on how to pair it. We might say, yes, we all love wine, but I don't think that many people are knowledgeable on the type of wine and how to pair this wine, particularly like sweet wines. Or like I always go for a dry wine. I am a fan of my dry wine, be it red or white. But if my brother sees me eating a particular dish and he says, you have to try this with a sweet wine, I need to listen to him and do it. And when I do listen to him, even though I'm really not a fan of sweet, not even cocktails or anything, but when I listen to him, then I understand why the pairing. I leave it in his hands completely, or even in the restaurant's hands. If I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. If I'm ordering on my own, it has to be a dry. I did want to ask as well, where you guys get the inspiration for the food and even for the cocktails, because you guys have a list of a menu for cocktails as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
About cocktails.
Let's start with the food.
About kitchen, the food. I got it from my experiences. I had the privilege to work with some great chefs, local and foreign. It's from the knowledge and experience, obviously, and the place that you are working. So before you make the menu, you need to see the locality and the place, how it looks. So you compare the menu to the place. That's aim number one. And then your aim number two is, what do you want? You want a certain type of standard of food, comfort food, and so forth. And then you start working with the menu. Obviously, we have a sea view because we're at Ta Xbiex, where we have Valette and everything we can see. So fish was on it, basically. It was one of the main things. So Mediterranean was the way to go. Obviously, there's a hint of Italian and Maltese. Obviously, Mediterranean, there's a lot of Italian influence and a bit of French. We try to accommodate everything. I would say it's more on Mediterranean view, though.
Okay, all right, okay. In fact, I am going to put a comment here for you because we keep mentioning the fish, but we have a Roderick Vella here that said last week they had the tomahawks for special and they were divine. So it's not just on the fish.
Roderick Vella, I remember, he's a good client of ours. The tomahawk, we get it upon request, from the delivery, from my supplier. I tell him what you have nice and fresh and special, and he tells me right now I have this tomahawk at this price and everything, and we get it. And when we do it on special offers, they sell out and everyone enjoyed them.
Tayyip. Thank you, Roderick, as well, for watching the show and for your comment. I have another comment here as well from Joswa Kurmi. Always great service and dishes from Chef Mark. So thank you guys for watching the show. Everyone seems to have very good comments for you guys. I don't know if you can explain a bit for us, Owen, the inspiration, how you come out, for the service, the execution, how you guys have designed and set up the location, even with the view.
So, I mean, to set up the location, it wasn't difficult, to be honest, because
I think it does give a lot as well of the inspiration for the actual venue, right?
Exactly. And obviously, as the name of the restaurant, the Galley, it's exactly in the right place.
Yeah.
That also it's adjacent with the Royal Malta Yacht Club. So it fits perfectly in the exact location. Can you repeat again the question, please, Alberta?
The inspiration, even with just the service, how you guys execute, where you get your inspiration from to do everything that you guys are executing so well.
No, I mean, a service, well, let's say a service from the front of house. I mean, we have our skilled people here, so they need it. We sometimes, even as a staff, we need to sharpen up
Yeah.
any issues, problems that cropped out during the previous weeks. And also, we set up meetings to improve our services. Also, as you said, regarding the cocktails.
Sorry, I had a bit of a mistake. I was
Yeah,
meant to ask you about the
but I
cocktails.
remember. Don't worry, I forgot your question too. But regarding the cocktails, I mean, to be honest, our bartenders are qualified, knowledgeable about cocktails. So I must admit, I did nothing. No, I'm being honest. Just that our bartenders.
Let them be creative, build the
Yes,
menu
I mean,
up.
Mela, one thing that when you have good staff, okay, qualified staff, it's in my opinion, okay, as I learned, you have to give them the go ahead in expressing their ideas. Because otherwise, you have to guide them to amalgamate, as you said, the place with the ideas, with the food, etc. But at the end of the day, you leave in their hands, and results will come.
Very good.
That's the
And
good thing when
even
having good trained staff
Yes.
from the beginning, that
Yeah.
you can trust them and leave them basically grow.
Yes.
You just guide them and let them grow. Like this is the same with my kitchen stuff. With my kitchen stuff, I try to share from the little I know, because for me, personally, I think I know little with what there is out there. That's one of my beliefs, actually. That
I'm same as Mark. Yeah, so
the doesn't matter the position or how old, the smallest person can teach you the biggest thing in your life.
it's true.
Even in the industry, that for me as a head chef, even the commis that I have, when they have an opinion or something, I take their opinion, I tell them, let's try it, we see with what's happening, and we see if it works or not. If it works, there's some things also that even made it on the menu. That
Yes.
we told you, obviously you make up the menu, and when you're doing the service, you start seeing maybe some issues or
Yeah.
something that you can fix along the way. So the staff come up with
Ideas.
new
Ideas.
ideas, and
Yeah.
we run with them. We see if it works, and if it works, we run with them.
You
Another-
also can tell these things when the team is actually involved in the curating and the fine tuning of the different things that you are offering. Then automatically the particular worker is more happy in working because they've contributed, and that contribution is actually displayed and being given to people. So it's a way of getting new ideas, and at the same time keeping your team happy so they do their service with a
Yes,
smile.
yes.
And a few times, I think the last time I came to your restaurant, Owen, it was you and there was Mr. De Giorgio. Every person that came in, everyone had a smile, and this was like 10 in the morning. You
No,
don't expect everyone to come in with a smile.
it was a point that I would like to mention.
Yeah.
I mean, here at the Galley, we're all young. I mean, I can include myself having. He's smiling. I mean, I'm older than him. I'm 43. He's old. I think,
Really?
yes.
Oh, I
Uh,
wouldn't have given you 43 though.
Thank
Process.
you, thank you. No, but joking about. But we are a young team. All the team. I honestly is enthusiastic every day to do his best, honestly. And
Tayyip.
you mentioned the smile, and I try, maybe from my experience, to transmit that smile to the staff. I mean, it's not easy, but with sharing opinions, even if they are outside the work scenario, one can have a better day. That at the end, it can help to give a good service, to render a service to our clients.
Yes.
Very
Agreed.
simple.
Agreed.
It's useless. It's useless to have a nice restaurant situated in a good location, good food,
Yes.
and everything. But when you know that your staff in their mind is bearing something that maybe they are not going to give their
Yes.
utmost to our clientele,
And
that's our end result.
I really think that this is something that a lot of restaurants around Malta unfortunately miss. They actually, making sure your servers, the waiters, the people that are there on your front end, the longer you keep them and you make sure they're happy, not just sort of coming in for the quick job, just to do the hours and leave.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell then, of course, then I don't want to come again if this particular person was like, yes, okay, thank you, next, bye.
No,
I mean, having
I'm
that
against that.
conversation with the waiter. I've had waiters staying sometimes 15, 20 minutes with me and my friends, and we end up just having a full conversation, completely off topic of the food or anything. But it creates that memory for me for the restaurant, and I enjoyed the particular experience there. A lot of restaurants seem to miss this. It's improving slowly, I have to say. Um, Mark, you seem to have a lot of fans. Huh? You have another comment here, Mark Mallia, 100% from a Kurt Schembri here. So thank you, Kurt, for watching the show. I know it came in a few minutes ago, but I didn't want to interfere you guys on what you were saying. But you seem to have a lot of fans around. Mark, proset.
Because thanks God, I had the experience also to work outside catering. I worked a lot in the morning. We do mise en place, preparation for the food. We go in the afternoon or in the weekend to work in the house of ours, in people's houses, to be
Okay.
like a private chef. Not mine. I was obviously an employee. Um, uh, and obviously I took that
Wow.
experience when I do something events with friends and everything. They still remember that I take care of the events of my friends and everything.
Tayyip, tayyip. Do you guys take on events at the restaurant for people as in, like, I don't know, even maybe small weddings or so with that view?
Yes, yes. We actually in the past, not under this management. In the past, there was even weddings that happened at the Galley with the previous owners. It's a big venue. The place is actually
It's,
big.
Yes.
it's nice. I mean,
and
it's quite
beautiful.
spacious.
And
Yes.
beautiful.
It's spacious. I mean, Mela, first I have to add something you said
Go
about
for it.
the comments he's receiving. I must say that working with Mark, it's sort of, let's put it like this. It's fun because he enjoys,
It's hot.
picking on everyone, So yes, I feel a bit younger.
You're always on your toes, that next comment. It's fun.
Yes,
I mean,
it's
it's
fun.
nice to have a,
So,
a
so
workplace like that.
I hope that he keeps this nice character he has. Regarding the events, not saying about the current situation. Yes, here one can book, and we had bookings that had been cancelled due to COVID,
Yes.
wedding, birthday parties. So we can cater for all types of occasions.
Yes.
So
I
for
think
future, we can.
I think with COVID-19, a lot of things have changed, unfortunately. There are ways to grow. So I do see it as a different way to continue learning, understanding, opening up and even venturing into different ideas. Sort of, okay, we have a bad thing. Let's make some positive things out of it. Like you guys did, for example, with the platters and keeping an organized way to continue opening up and introducing a different target audience for yourselves. I mean, even with weddings, for example, I know a lot of people right now, they're looking to do their seated weddings in restaurants. So, like you guys, I'd definitely recommend anyone to have a look at the place because they get the view. they can still have the nice sit down. You have a chef that is experienced in actually doing events, private events, to actually offer the whole bit if they want sort of like the finger food option still, or going for the a la carte, set menu thing concept. Sorry, I'm not that knowledgeable. Michelle a la carte.
Yeah, but
We can actually offer canapes when the
Yeah.
time is right. Obviously, right now we cannot have people running around. Everyone needs to be seated. So the canape, like a wedding sort of, is there the option. We have the option of buffet, and we have also the option, as you said, set menu with pre-orders, hopefully. And if not set menu, there's also seated plated. So
Okay.
all the plates can come out. So if you have 50, we try to make the 50 starters all come out together. Proper venues and everything functions sort of.
Tanya.
yes, even for the period that is coming, the Christmas period. I mean, we can cater. We are in the process in the coming days to issue the Christmas menu.
Tanya,
So,
okay.
as
That's
Mark
actually one
said,
of my questions for you if you're going to be planning
yes,
anything for
as
the
Mark,
holiday season.
Yes.
as Mark said, everyone has to be seated.
Tanya.
So
No, yes,
we
yes.
stick, I have to sort of highlight in this that we stick to the laws.
Yes.
So, I mean, I
Everyone
recommend.
stays safe, we stay abide the
Yes, yes, yes.
regulations.
It's a good thing for our clients. I mean, and I recommend that who would like to do a booking for Christmas or New Year's, it's better that, because obviously the space,
They start thinking now, eh?
it's I mean it's limited. I mean
Yes.
whatever the place you have, it's limited for people.
I see that
sort of-
people want to start booking and planning and everything, but there's so much uncertainty that they don't know
Yes.
what's going to happen, that it sort of keeps you back. This is the same like when I saw in March, April with weddings. I would have 30-minute conversations with couples. But should I continue planning? I want to get married next year. I'm like, yes. I mean, otherwise, the supplier you want is going to get fully booked, straight and plain. It doesn't make a difference. If something happens, then I don't know. Allah is at, then we deal with it when it happens. But I still believe that we should go as life as usual, just making sure to go by the regulations that we've been recommended to do, basically, to keep
Yes,
safe.
yes, yes. And we're quite flexible on bookings. Actually, when I say flexible, we are sort of we listen to what are the needs of the persons, the clients, when it comes to the venue, the place, and also where it comes to the final venue.
Tanya.
So we go in detail to what the client is after. It's not
Tanya.
we have sort of some,
ABC package and choose.
and that's it. We try to be very flexible.
We actually
Okay.
have set menus in place, but if when we send the set menus to the client and he says, listen, I like starter of set menu A,
One.
I like starter of set menu A, main course of set menu B, for example, and we try to accommodate it.
Moshek.
Try to accommodate. So,
So I
everyone-
want the starter from set menu A, the main from set menu B, and the dessert from set
Yes,
menu C.
yes,
Taya.
definitely.
Unfortunately, we get clients like that, but we try to accommodate everyone.
Moshek, Moshek.
We already did.
Tayyib,
Yes, I mean,
tayyib.
but yes, at the end of the day, it's there is when you get the right result, it's worth the work.
Yes, exactly. We have as well here Samuel Pisani, amazing place, great food. So from all the comments that I'm seeing coming in from people, I would have to say that the key point for your regulars is the food. And the location is just an add-on good to it.
Good
My
to-
process, guys.
Good to
The
see.
food has to be served well. So I'm sure you guys are doing a great job from what the people are saying in the comments. Thank you, Samuel, for watching the show. Thank you guys for answering my questions so far. I am going to go back into the set of questions I had for you, which we went a bit, of
Okay.
course. But I did want to see, Mark, if you could tell me your most popular dish.
So, our most popular dish, I, w- I wouldn't say we have a certain one because all of them actually sell quite good. But if I had to go, fresh fish is one of them. But obviously, that's not like something on the menu. But it's every time, every week we have fresh fish because we always sell out on fresh fish. If I had to choose on the menu, I would say the ravioli. We have a pasta dish. It's ravioli. It's filled with lobster and gambly,
And
and we
you do
have
this
our.
fresh yourself? As in you, the team?
Unfortunately, no.
All
We
right,
receive
okay.
it fresh frozen. We call it.
Okay. Sure, that would be
It's really
handmade.
good quality pasta. It's not.
Amazing. Amazing. I know ravioli is a real pain actually to do. I can imagine. I remember when I was younger, I would see my nonna doing them one by one, and lantica, and
Yes, 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 yes.
it's
That, that is
very
correct.
time consuming. So finding an amazing pre-bought that is giving you the great plating that what people are looking for. I mean, it hits perfectly for you guys.
Yes, actually, the aim is to make everything fresh in the future. But as is the current situation, we cannot have excess amount of stuff and
Yes.
everything. So once we situation gets a bit better and we can get more stuff and everything, we can actually get more better quality and
Yes.
even more fresh things.
At the end of the day, it's step by step. So I completely understand.
You need to work with what you have. That's
Exact,
it basically.
exact. And like your dishes, do you change them seasonally?
Yes, we change for the summer and for winter, and obviously we have special holiday menus. We have for Christmas that we're just currently doing, for New Year's Eve, for Mother's Day, and so forth. We
طيب.
always change. Obviously, the winners, let's say the ones that need to stay. Maybe we change some things, tweak here and there to improve if
Okay.
needed. But apart from that, yes.
طيب. So it's your way even to continue testing with actually our clients and continue
Yes,
adding new touch points to improving the menu.
yes. Apart from the menu, actually at the Galley we have a full menu for lunch and dinner. We have set snack menus for between lunch and dinner, and we also, as Owen said, we have platter menus. So the snack menu it changes every 3 months. We actually in January we're gonna change for the next snack menu. So we
Okay.
try to keep variety so people don't get fed up
Board.
with the
Yes,
yes.
in fact, I mean, adding to maybe to describe more in detail about the snack menu. The snack menu was created because well, it was created to be served between 3:30 and 6
Okay.
to accommodate all those sort of the
Office hours.
office hours that we have around the restaurant.
Yes.
So if one would love to have sort of a quick snack, even at a good price, it's the right time for a person not to waste a lot of time break. Yeah,
طيب.
not
طيب.
having
Understood.
As Owen is saying,
on saying the fast lane.
as Owen was saying, the snack menu was for the office initially. If you have a certain amount of break time, let's say half an hour, 1 hour, you want to come here, get fulfilling food that is tasteful,
Exactly.
but in a certain time manner.
طيب. مش
That's the
هيك
aim of the
exactly. You
snack
want to walk to the restaurant, sit, eat something, walk back, enjoy your time, and not sort of be rushed like, hey, let's
Yes.
go. I have another comment for you here, Mark, Chef Mark, exceptional food with a view. Well done. And thank you, Debbie Tabone, for watching the show. Thank you for your comment. Sorry, tell me, Owen, you were going to mention something.
No, nothing.
All
Thank you,
right,
thank
good.
you. Go
All right,
ahead.
super. Mela, we are running out of time, so I am going to go through more of the questions. Now, my next question for you guys was with regards to 2020. We've been going through COVID-19. It's been very difficult, even with companies, businesses, everyone having to close down, change everything how we're working. So I wanted to see from your end how it has been for you guys to survive, and still be operating and still be smiling during this pandemic.
Um,
That's
So the aim was basically to, obviously this was a learning curve for everyone to see how to move forward from this. There was some kind of training to show our staff what are the health regulations and everything about the numbers, what time to close now and everything. Um, from there, my menu, we worked on the menu to make it as cost effective and as high quality as possible. Obviously no one wants, obviously the menu, first of all, it's main to not lose money, it's to make money, but obviously it was a bit more of a push to give certain areas some more look around sort of. About this stuff, as I was saying, there was a learning curve, but all the staff was working hard and as efficient as possible to even come up with new ideas for the menu, not just that, learning the menu because this is everything new. We opened again after the virus.
Yes, we shut down our sort of gate because we have a gate, the wide gate, the main wide gate of our restaurant. It was roughly on the 16th of March, if I'm not mistaken. And honestly, it was a sort of a heartbreak.
It's a bit of a shock.
Starting from myself, sort of to clear everything and sort of an uncertain future. So starting again, adding to what Mark said, starting again with the front of staff, with this front of house staff. They also do a sort of sacrifice in the working hours, etc.
Yeah.
So to go around our opening hours, weekends, etc. These sort of, so because you have to go in detail, because that small detail, as Mark said, it can pay back or it can give you sort of a knock. So you have to be very, very precise in these little things. But
yes.
hope with our gentle clientele that we have, that we keep on going and improving and hoping for a better future for everyone, not only for us.
طيب. No, of course, for everyone, it hasn't been the best of times. But it's nice to see when different restaurants, different businesses are always adapting, changing things. Still there with a smile, not crushed. Because I see it this way. If you're going to always keep looking at negatively at what is happening around you, you're never going to be able to come out of it. But the first thing you need to do is think positively, and start going around different things. And automatically you're changing your mood, you're changing the mood of the people around you, your work comes out better, it's a win-win situation. I know you guys mentioned a bit to me that you guys are preparing like the set menus for Christmas. I don't know if you can give us a bit of hints, like what you guys are planning,
So I'm not gonna give any exactly what we're going to offer, but the team
Still a surprise.
the team is going to be British, so that's already a big influence. It's already a big giveaway, but I'm not gonna give you a big hint of what's exactly in the menu. The menu is ready. We're going to publish it, I think, by either this week or next week. And hopefully everyone will enjoy it. There's a bit for everyone and everything to choose. It's going to be a set menu, obviously, of about 6 options about starters, main, and dessert. And whoever comes for the festive season also is going to have a little surprise to take home with him.
How cool. And this set menu is going to be available during the whole 2 weeks, or is it just for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day?
The set menu is going to be on the days of the holiday, sort of. It cannot be
The festive
So the whole period.
days. So it will be Christmas Eve.
Okay, طيب.
No, for this,
No,
for
for
this
the days.
For
So
the
it will
specific
days,
be
day.
all right,
Christmas
fibs.
Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's
Tajjeb.
Day.
All right, I
Yes.
forgot Boxing Day. Fakkartni inti.
The set menu basically, the kitchen, the restaurant sets up the set menu, sort of, so he can accommodate bigger numbers and still keep a
Exactly.
high standard. So when you have a menu that they can choose from about 40 items and you have 200 people, the kitchen and the front of house are gonna fall behind. So you make a menu to manage to keep the standard, quality, and the staff happy, and obviously the client, the most
Tajjeb,
important,
exactly.
happy.
Exactly. I think it comes even though sometimes though from people like sometimes you see like if you have like a table of 10 or a table of 15, they know they're going to pressure the kitchen by every single person ordering something different. So, we go for like sort of Isma, let's get different things and try everything out in the middle, tipo. What are the four most popular
That's the
dishes, guys? And we choose. And you don't kill the kitchen at the same time.
That's the good thing of, as I mentioned before, of the pre-order sort of.
Yeah. Is there a minimum, like,
Also,
if you have a table of 10, do you ask them to go to for a set menu or a table of 5? Is there a minimum amount of people on a table that you ask them to go for like a set pre-ordered list?
Listen,
the,
if it's pre-book, if it's they're doing a pre-booking, we try to give them a set menu to choose from to make it easier for us. But if they're walking, sometimes you cannot do anything,
Yeah.
But if it's a big number, let's say more than 15 to 20,
Okay. Then
obviously
there,
right now we cannot accept big tables like that, obviously at one go
yes,
because of
they'd have
what.
to be split.
yes,
Yes,
yes, yes,
yes,
definitely,
yes.
definitely.
But when that happens, we have to say choose and we have to do it slowly.
Mashek, exact. Maybe everyone won't eat exactly at the same time, but it would be coming from their choice then.
when that happens, let's say like right now we have to divide them in tables. We try to set at least one table at a time.
Yes.
So there's one table set.
Very good, very good. Guys, we are coming towards an end to the show. One of my questions,
Sorry,
tell me.
Alberta, just to interrupt you, sorry. As regarding our opening days
Yes?
menu will soon be published on our media platform, so
Okay. So
they
on
can view
Facebook,
on Facebook. Yes, I mean one can view our opening days and also our Christmas menu and also the other
Tayyip, Tayyip.
main menus we have.
Let us know then on Bookia, and we'll be able to even update them there as well for you.
Will
So
do.
people will be able to know that there's going to be different menus and so based on different days during the holidays.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I did want to ask, even like the overall experience that you guys have had so far working with us. I know it's been now a few weeks, and I know you've had a lot of communication even with development, with Ben Vincenti, one of the co-founders. So I just wanted to get a bit of feedback. What you think of Bookia?
Okay. Well, first of all, coming to an end, I would like to thank you, Alberta, and also the team of
They're all
Bookia.
watching.
Okay, good, good. So from here, from the Galley, I would like to thank you for the opportunity and for the great idea, this live show.
Cool.
Yes, I mean it's a great idea from your behalf to promote all the establishments, catering establishments. And regarding the service, I have to say it. You are giving us a great service, good opportunity to see all these comments coming in that maybe that we miss or that we don't sort of see around during our days. I mean, you're doing a good job.
Cool.
Well done.
Cool,
Well
cool.
done.
Thank you. I think I say it in every different show, but we've been really working on the customer service point. People, people call us for help or we're calling people to help. Do you remember and you say, Lalo, I've never had anyone do this before, sort of people, actually getting an answer, actually getting the help you need, be it if it's an update in the system, be it if it's comments, reviews, anything of the sort. we wanted to change it up a bit, give something people actually needed, not just let's put another thing there on the
It,
internet.
it, at the end, it's a good idea coming in. Apart from a good service, it's a good idea with what the Bookia come
Uh-huh.
up with. So well done. Keep it up.
Super, super, super. I know, Mark, maybe you haven't had a lot of experience with the guys, so I left Owen to answer that.
Yes. I stayed quiet for this one.
Tayyip. I am going to conclude asking you guys if you have any advice, perhaps for regulars, people watching the show, and your clients in general.
Come. So come.
No, I mean
Fino all'indirizzo, stai.
our Mela. Yes, one thing that I would like to tell our viewers or clients is that we do every day our best to improve. So if in the past there was something that maybe we missed, that we did not cater or care.
Mushek, everyone does mistakes.
Yes, no, but it's a good thing to mention because sometimes we hide our
Yes.
mistakes. Just give us a chance, just visit us again, and we do, for sure, we do our best to give the opposite a good result now.
Yes.
Tayyip.
Our aim is to get the clients and leave them as,
With a good taste and a smile.
with a full belly and a happy experience to come again. That's our aim.
Tayyip. Tayyip. I'm a little tipsy from the wine or the cocktails.
Good.
Guys, thank you very much for accepting the invitation. Even you, Mark, for accepting on short notice. I am going to go into closing the show, so I don't know if you guys have any final words before I wave you goodbye.
No, I mean, thank you, Alberta. I mean, I wish health to all our viewers, and keep safe. That's all.
The same from me. Thank you for Bookia and you, and for the nice comments that we've been receiving. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
everything.
Super, guys. Thank you very much. I am going
Thank
to
you,
wave you
Alberta.
goodbye, so I do hope to see you all soon, even maybe in the holiday season, for it's time to get out a bit, enjoy some nice views, some nice wine. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you soon.
Hope to
Thank
see
you.
you. Bye. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao. Mela, there you have it, guys. This was episode 7 of the Bookia Live Chat Show. We had Mark Mallia and Owen Meilak from the Galley restaurant, who are doing a lot of different things, innovative things, and they have a beautiful venue. It's when I say it's a hidden gem, when you look at this place from outside and you just see this white gate, but then you walk in and you see this insane one, first of all, a very well kept restaurant, but then a view that is to die for. Even this idea that they came up with the platters, so that if you don't want to go for a full meal, but you want to go out a bit on a Wednesday night or a Friday night, having the platter, having a few drinks. It's nice to see a restaurant as well that has cocktails. And guys, you need to look at the photos, because the cocktails are actually done well. It's not just a long glass and there's a drink and the mixture, but there's finishing, there's the fruit, there's the sugar on the sides. It's complete. It's nice. And coming from a person that has experience behind the bar, I'm telling you guys, it looks good. Thank you everyone for watching the shows. Thank you for everyone that put the comments. I hope to see you guys next time. Ciao and bye. And I hope everyone has a great weekend. Bye bye.